Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we've got loads to go over today as we have just received our latest success message from the most recent major order, and that leads into a brand new MO going into the Illuminate sector. Now this is a very interesting one because during these two messages they talk about the liberation buff happening on Hive Worlds very soon and a democracy space station upgrade. That's right, we're finally receiving something for the DSS, because what we sure as hell have not received today is any patch notes. That's right, no patch got issued out earlier on today, and we've got all the information you guys need here in today's video. If you haven't already, smash the beautiful like button, subscribe with post notifications turned on, it'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers alike with the most effective and healthy energy drink option. And we've also just dropped our biggest merch line, which apparently is going down an absolute treat with you guys. If you want to get involved with it, the link in the description, use code CLOUDPLAYS at checkout for a cheeky discount. And if you want to get involved with our super credit giveaway, well, this is our latest winner, and if you want to have some more chances at this one, we're going to be giving away some more over the next few days. Put a purple love heart in the comment section and it'll enter you in. With that being said, let's see what's going on in Helldivers 2. So starting off, we received this success message right here that states about the Outpost Alpha. This was a huge one over on Hellmire because there is going to be a massive plan to add a new set of technology into the Outpost Alpha. Now, upon completion, the improved Gloom-based Alpha will span several interconnected subterranean complexes and lead to some really big changes, including housing the very best Super Earth logistics officers who are going to be specifically chosen past merits and projected interpersonal chemistry. Now, why is this so good? Well, the adequate logistics support in the area is set to combat adverse effects of the Gloom and help liberation efforts on the nearby Hive World, which is going to be really helpful, as on Oshayune, this planet is an absolute nightmare with a very high resistance of 7.5. We need to get that lowered. Why is this significant? Well, it means that we'll then be able to go ahead and liberate planets inside of the Gloom. But what can help us liberate planets inside of the Gloom? Well, the DSS can definitely do that. Unfortunately, right now, we can't get it in there. So this new major order is actually really important, as the Great Expedition into the Gloom has been met with undue resistance. And in order to seize the Hive World at an abundance of E711, High Command has approved a number of improvements and augmentations to the Democratic Space Station. Application of the quintuple coating of spore-resistant polymers installation is all a go. Now, it's taking the crew so much time to be able to do that, and this is down to what it is that we're utilizing. So we have to head over to Kalia, which possesses the ideal gravitational and atmospheric conditions for aerosolizing these polymers, essentially covering it in a light spray, making this so much more efficient, accurate, and airway safe. Now, this is huge because planet lies within the Illuminate territory, and over on Kalia is where we're going to be able to get it. So we have to establish and secure the perimeter around that planet, and the DSS is mankind's greatest weapon. It must be sharpened and honed. So what is it exactly that we've got to do? Taking a look at the Galactic War map, we can see right now we have to hold Alarath, Hydrobius, Kalia, and also Hellmire, which is on the Terminated sector. But unfortunately, we can't access any of them as they're all in the blacked out areas on the Galactic War map. So we have to head over to Alamac 7. Once we're over there, we're going to be making our way in to Alarath and get that one liberated, and then we'll have to separate off into Hydrobius or into Kalia. The likelihood is that we'll separate off. We should just do one after another, but it's likely that people will just jump onto whatever planet they prefer the atmosphere move on. There is one person over on Hydrobius, so that's a really interesting factor, but nonetheless, we are needing to get these liberated. We have got 7 days to get that done, so that's a really huge one. I don't actually know how you guys feel about the Illuminate as of right now. The Meatbobs over there are coming in by the trough load, so make sure that you are bringing in some stuff to combat against those, as I completely forgot how difficult they are to deal with in hordes. And yes, people seem to be agreeing with that one, as posts on Reddit are stemming up big time. But yes, get over to the Illuminate sector and go ahead and squish some of those squids. Moving forward from that, though, you will have noticed that this morning you didn't have a patch update, and there is absolutely no reason for it, or at least not to our knowledge. The problem that we're having right now is communication coming from the Arrowhead team themselves, as most of the Arrowhead team, including community managers, haven't really spoken on any platform other than what they did yesterday, meaning over the last 24 hours, they have been borderline mute, not receiving any information other than a survey for the player feedback and the major order posting. Everyone's kind of gone silent, and these can be a one of two-way situation. Normally, when the developers go silent, it means that they are working hard and they are busy doing what they're doing. Could this be that we'll receive a big patch update coming on Thursday? We'll have to wait and see, but as of today, absolutely nothing. And the community are crying out for changes, as the game right now is in the worst position it's been in performance-wise for quite some time. As you can see via these Reddit posts right here, everybody is talking about where the hell is the patch and the crash issues, and the game's performance right now is leading them to crash every single round that they're playing, or at least every other. It's seeming to be quite a challenging one, as we were streaming earlier today for around 6 hours and we did crash a good few times. It's a bit of a nightmare, and hopefully this is something that gets rectified, because the community are dropping like flies just recently, although not stopping the Helldivers. With at the point in time of recording, we still have 85,000 Helldivers playing the game. Hopefully this number continues to creep up and they eventually fix everything that they need to, because my lord, there's only so much of this that we can genuinely take. The problems inside of this game that are coming from these performance issues are just probably the highest I think I've ever seen it in terms of crashing and freezing. We were speaking to Lieutenant Buzz Lightbeer earlier on today, and the freezing is quite a big one, mainly on PC, where you're freezing from up to 3 to 5 seconds, and the game will just continue as if nothing happened. Likelihood is that you'll die during that time period, and it's happening on a frequent level. If you're having these issues, let me know via the comment section below, and make sure that we are submitting our crash reports over to Arrowhead, and hopefully they can fix it twice as fast. Moving in from that, though, I saw an incredibly funny Reddit post that I think you guys need to see, and one thing that I actually think I'd kind of enjoy. It says right here, mechs need capes. It's undemocratic. Now, yeah, 110%. I actually thought that they would look stupid, but these look pretty damn clever. And if they could be indestructible capes that would stop the arms from falling off, that would be incredible. Although, if that's a little bit too far, just a cosmetic cape that looks pretty damn cool, I would be so here for it. Let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking, but it's something that I could definitely see coming at some stage. And on top of that, some people were going off of our last video where we spoke about the new events that are due to come over the next few months in terms of Liberty Day and also our Christmas event that happens at the end of the year. This was a huge one, as people were asking Baskinator what it is that would be coming, and she stated that the only response is that I can confirm 100% is another 24-hour Anthem stream in the Discord, which is not really what I wanted to hear, but nonetheless, that's definitely going to be happening the way it did last Liberty Day. Quite a funny one. Hopefully they give us some cool stuff as well, but we'll have to wait and see. Let me know in the comment section what you guys have been thinking over the last 24 hours, as I know that times are getting a little bit dark for Helldivers right now, and some people are getting really peeved off with uninstalls happening at an all-time high just recently. Let me know what you guys have been thinking in the comments. And talking about the comments, we got to talk about your last video's comments where we spoke about the holiday events, the dev changes, and a status on the Thermite. You guys actually had quite some large opinions. This first one right here states that the game actually working as intended without crashing, disconnects, sound bugs, and FBF drops. That would be a great Christmas gift. 110%, and you'd like to hope with the time between now and Christmas that they would actually get that sorted. I don't really know what's going on. The developers and the community managers going completely mute. It's really odd to me that that's actually the case, and normally we see either nothing come from it and it just gets glazed over, or something big is en route, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how that one plays. Next up, this one states right here, aside from the Thermite being the best nade in-game, especially on high difficulties, it's not surprising it has a high usage, because anyone who wasn't trolling told the new recruits and returning players to buy Democratic Detonation, because it's the best war bond in the shop. Now, that does actually answer quite a lot of the questions that you may well have been asking with regards to the Thermite, as yes, the DD war bond is probably the best one that you can get, and it's one that I recommend picking up first before any of the cool, quirky pieces. And finally, this one states right here, the Thermite is so popular because there are very few viable heavy AP options in the primary and secondary slot. But the game throws in so many armored enemies at you that we need a reliable heavy AP weapon constantly on hand. While some stratagems aren't available fast enough in between uses. Now, this is, again, very, very true, but that, for me, leads to one question as to why we've not received more heavy AP options outside of the stratagems, because with some of the cooldown timers on these stratagems and the amount of charges, amount of Meatbobs, and so much more running around, the Hulks included, we definitely need those heavy APs, because, my lord, it becomes an absolute nightmare out on the battlefield. With that being said, though, unfortunately, that's all we got time for today. Thank you so much again for being such amazing people, man. I appreciate you guys so much. We've had an incredible day over on Helldivers. Although it's been a bit difficult, it's been a load of fun playing with you guys for the entire day. So hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow on stream and for another upload here on Cloud Plays. Thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.
Bye.